With that, I will kick us off today. Hello and welcome to all of you new students. My name is Francesca Span. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Director of New Student Orientation. Today is the NSO Move-In Day and Welcome Day, so I'm here with a few important folks from campus to greet you. We are going to start by welcoming President Vin Vivel with an introduction and welcome. As a native of the Netherlands, where he received a classic liberal arts education, he is proud to be one of the third culture kids. He is also the first in his family to go to college. A longtime advocate of sustainability, Vim is a nationally recognized expert in urban planning and in the way colleges strengthen their home cities. Please join me in welcoming Lewis & Clark's 25th president, Vin Vivel. Vim, take it away.
All right, I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to turn on my camera, and when I click on start my video, it is ignoring me, Henry. When I first got on, it was working, and then it stopped working. So nothing I can do about that unless, Henry, you can tell me, unplug my camera. It's built into the computer. I don't think there's anything to plug that I am aware of. Maybe Leslie can figure it out. But in the meantime, you can all hear me, right? So I will start talking and we'll see whether Leslie is smarter than I am and can figure it out. I didn't touch that, so that wouldn't do it. Anyway. While we work on that, let me just welcome everybody. I want to thank all of you students for joining us. I know that given the students that we admit at Lewis & Clark, many of you had lots of other options and choices. And many of those were certainly very fine schools. So we are very pleased and excited that you decided that Lewis & Clark is the place for you. And I always strongly feel that when a student comes here and they feel this is their place, they will succeed. They will be great, and we will work out for them. Now, we all know that it takes some work. You're having a brand new experience. You're meeting new people. Some of you already have made great friends with the students that you met during the college outdoor trips. Some of you are just meeting your roommates today. I don't know, some of you may have one more roommate than you really were counting on, but I think you will enjoy it and get to know folks. This past year obviously has been a strange year for everybody. Some of you were finishing high school, largely maybe in a virtual setting. Others may have taken a gap year because of the way things were going. I need you to know that at the college here, we had a very successful year, and that makes us feel pretty confident that we will have another successful year again. Now, last year, we had to do things in a hybrid format, which is pretty tricky because you have some students doing Zoom and others in the classroom. And our faculty was amazing in dealing with that. I'm very glad that we don't have to do that this year. We will be fully in person. And in case one of you gets sick with whatever it is, we will find a way to have you make up what you miss, just like we would, whether you have COVID or mono or the flu or whatever may happen in life. We're not going to go to distance learning. Been there, done that, and we didn't like it very much. Now, as you know, we are testing all of the residential students as they come in. Depending on what we find out, we may also test all other students and all faculty and staff. Stay tuned on that. We'll figure out what makes most sense. We will keep you posted. It's very important that you read the communications that you get from the dean of the college, from your RA, your area director, the vice president of student life. Because if you don't read the stuff, you're not going to know what's going on, and you're going to be annoyed, and you're going to complain to us and say, you never tell us anything. And it turns out we told you, but people didn't read it. So please make sure you catch up with the communications that we send out to you. Also the communications from our student government. You're going to hear, I think, in a little bit from Sarah, the president of the ASLC. She will share with you again also how important it is that you make sure to get all the communications. You know, I've been here for 4 years now, so I guess I could have earned my bachelor's degree if I'd been smart enough to take classes. But I have certainly learned a lot in those 4 years. Many of you already know that this is a gorgeous place, and that's why some of you selected it even. And it really is beautiful. You'll see it holds up. It isn't just a first impression. I hope you will take advantage of the beauty. You will find lovely, quiet places where you can just be by yourself. You can take lovely walks in the woods right around the campus or down in Tryon Creek State Park, walk down to the river, and then, of course, take further trips to the mountains and to the coast. Use your 4 years in Oregon to fully explore what is truly, in many people's views, the most beautiful state in the country. And I certainly feel that way. Take advantage of all the people you will meet here. Yeah, there's a bunch of Californians, but there are a lot of people from other places as well. A lovely mixture of international students, what we call third culture kids, Americans that grew up largely somewhere else. People of all persuasions, beliefs, genders, races, sexual preferences, intellectual interests, and so on. So remember, your time in college is a unique place to explore the rest of humanity beyond what you've already known. As of course, it is a place to explore intellectually. You know, some of you may know precisely what you want to study, and that's fine. But I always feel that if you never change your mind during the 4 years that you're here, you've probably missed something. You should at least change your mind once, and then maybe switch back to what you originally wanted to do. But take advantage of the richness that's available to you here before settling into what becomes your major finally. You may have known already that we had a big global orientation and we're big on sustainability. Many of you, again, share those beliefs and values, and that's why you chose us. What you may not know is how strong a community we are. A community of faculty, staff, and students who take care of you, who take care of each other. I think that's why we were so successful last year in having almost no COVID cases on campus. It's because the students absolutely cooperated and wore their masks whenever it was supposed to be happening, which unfortunately now again is a whole lot. You know, that's kind of cooperation is what keeps everybody safe and what makes for a great year for everybody. Take advantage of the resources we have, the faculty who are eager to help you, the student support services, our health and mental health services. All these offices are there to help you, and there's no shame in asking for help. It's if you wait too long, think you can just tough it out, that you may fall behind, and then it becomes really difficult. So be sure to ask for help. Use your RA, your area directors, your student life staff to help you through. It is very normal to feel challenged. It is not easy to be a freshman. It's exciting, it's wonderful, but it can also be challenging. So accept that, and accept that you will have moments of loneliness, of anxiety, of wondering, why did they even admit me? Because I don't even belong here. Trust me, we admitted you because you belong here. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a tough time occasionally or get a bad grade. And you just pick yourself up and you go on again. You'll see changes on campus. Starting in December, we hope we're going to be renovating the Templeton Student Center, which will be a little bit confusing, but we'll figure it out. And in the longer time frame, we will begin to renovate some of our residence halls. But that's how we keep the campus wonderful and beautiful. I'm very sorry that you couldn't see me, but trust me, you didn't miss anything. I hope to see many of you in person in the days and weeks and months to come. And with that, I'll turn it back to, I think, Francesca, our moderator for this meeting. And all I can say in the end, thanks again for coming here, and go Pios!
Thank you so much, President Vivel. All right, next up, we are going to hear from Robin H. Holmes Sullivan, the Vice President of Student Life. Robin, take it away.
Thank you, Fran, and welcome to everyone. Welcome to Lewis and Clark. I want to second that hearty welcome to all of you. We are so glad that you are here. As Fran mentioned, my name is Robin Holmes Sullivan, and I have the pleasure to serve as your Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students. And what that means is that I have primary responsibility for the issues and opportunities that occur for students outside of the classroom, as well as oversight of many of the programs and services that you will rely on and use every single day. I also serve on the President's Executive Council and have responsibility for a lot of the policies and procedures that you're going to hear from me and others about throughout the year. These policies and procedures help to assist our students while they're here and part of the Lewis and Clark community. But most importantly, what I first want to say is congratulations for you for your big accomplishment of being admitted to Lewis and Clark. And as President Vivel mentioned, it is a very big accomplishment. I like to tease that I'm not so sure I could get into Lewis and Clark given the smart students that come here and do so many wonderful things. What you're going to find here on our campus are just an abundance of opportunities that are geared toward allowing you to grow and discover the person that you want to become. That's what college is for. And we've been carefully curating the student experience here at Lewis and Clark so that you can make the most of it. Truly, the only limitation is going to be your time, because you can't do it all. So you're going to have to make some decisions and have some priorities, but there'll be a lot for you to do. Make sure that you check in with the Office of Student Engagement that's located in the Templeton Student Center. You can get the most up-to-date info about various student activities, big and small, that are going on around campus, and they're a great staff to work with. If you have a good idea about something you want to do that you think your fellow students would really benefit from, just because you're a first-year student, don't think that you can't bring in some ideas. So feel free to decide and post and get some help from Office of Student Engagement to figure out how you can bring those events to our campus. We all benefit when those things happen. You should check out our over 100 clubs and organizations here on the campus and decide that you're going to get involved in one, maybe even two of them. Like President Vivel was saying, you can always, there's President Vivel, now we can see him. You can always change your mind later on, but I really want you to err on the side of being involved, trying things out. You're a new student here, so no one knows you yet, so you can reinvent yourself or decide that this is how you're going to be. If you weren't very social in high school, maybe you're going to be social in college. We won't know the difference because you're new to us. So take advantage of that newness and try some new things. We have wonderful symposiums that are offered throughout the year that you can attend. You could attend an athletic events. Fall, we have great fall sports here, and show your team spirit by doing that. We are starting a new center that will be in Templeton called the Center for Social Change and Community Involvement. We really encourage you to think about getting involved there, where there'll be great service learning opportunities, volunteer opportunities, alternative spring breaks, ways in which we can make a difference in the Portland area and the greater Oregon area as well. So find out how you can make a difference. There are many things you can get engaged with. So let's talk just for a minute about COVID. The president already kind of talked about a few of those things. It's a not so subtle elephant in the room. And I found that it's better for us to talk about it and over communicate about it than not. And we know that last year was a very weird time and that you were attending school in ways that you didn't want to. And as the president mentioned, we were able to have classes here in person because of the work of our student staff and faculty. But it was still very hard. So we're hoping that we will have an even better year this year, and that our students will continue to do the great job that they did to keep the campus safe by making really good decisions. We're going to need you to keep that trend going. of making good decisions. Be conservative in how you socialize. I'm not the kind of person who would normally say that because the social aspects of school is so important. So we're not saying don't socialize. I'm saying be smart about how you socialize. Avoid large parties and those types of things. It's just not worth it. University of Portland, just right up the street, just opened classes and they started with 20 cases of COVID after a large party, 9 of which of the students who were already vaccinated. So it's real and it can happen. And if we make good decisions, I don't think we'll have that problem here at Lewis and Clark. We will be mentioning and sending you lots of information about rules and expectations. And as long as you follow along with those guidelines and make those good decisions, I am confident that we will have just as fine of a year as we did last year. We also launched our public health campaign that we called We Before Me at LC. And well, I'll just wrap up then because our time might be limited before we leave it again by saying that you're doing what we want you to be doing, which is participating in new student orientation. There are a lot of events, small, medium, and large, that are going to be going on in the next couple of days. But my favorite one is going to be happening on Friday evening from 8 to 9, where I'm going to bring a big old churros truck, and there'll be live music and hopefully some dancing and some fun in a socially distanced, very, very healthy way, of course. And so I hope that you'll be able to come out on Friday, but participate in all the things that are going on right now. It's a great way to meet friends and to get connected to the campus. And the last thing I would say is that my office is over in East Hall. I love engaging with students. If you'd like to come over and visit either in person or virtually, if things are going well or things aren't going so well, I love to hear from students. I also do a coffee hour, a coffee chat with students that I'll send you information about through the BARC. But I'd love to meet each and every one of you. And I hope that this is going to be the best year ever. And I can't wait to see the legacy that you're going to leave here at Lewis and Clark. So welcome, and I hope to see you around.
Thank you, Robin. All right. I believe that now that we are able to see each other, Vim would like to say one more thing before we pass over to Bruce, if Vim is not frozen.
No, very good. Just very quickly, as to not use up our safe time here, I just wanted to say that please, when you see me on campus, come up to me, introduce yourself. I love to talk to students. I'm not going to approach everybody just all the time, but I have to admit, I always hated when people are walking by with their earphones in and don't communicate with anybody. Just come and say hello and let me know how things are going. So again, great to have you here. And with that, I'll turn it back to Francesca to introduce the Dean of the College.
Thank you, Vim. Yes, our next speaker is Bruce Sutmeyer, Dean of the College. Bruce, take it away.
Thank you. So I'll be doing an academic welcome and talking to you tomorrow. So I'll be brief today. My name is Bruce Sutmeyer. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the academic dean of the college. Robin is the dean of students. We work very closely together. And so my purview is everything academic. That is faculty, all your classes, but also things like the library, overseas, the advising center. The past couple days, we have been working hard to get ready for your arrival. The faculty had a great retreat on Monday with staff and did a scavenger hunt across campus and went into student spaces that you are occupying now. So we get to see some of the spaces on the living side of campus. Really what I want to say today is we are so excited to have you here. Faculty met yesterday to talk about advising. I was there, I have advisees. This is what we do, and this is why we're excited about this community, because you are here and we get to work with you. Being a first-year student, I remember from my own time, can be intimidating and can be tough. But please know that we're here to help, both as faculty members, as parts of this community. We all work together. Robin's team, Sarah, the ASLC president who you're here from, we are all here to support you, your education, and your growth. And so I will talk to you tomorrow a little bit more, But I asked Francesca for a little bit of time just to say hi, and I appreciate it. Even with the gremlins in the Wi-Fi today, I'm glad that I got to speak. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruce. All right, next up, we are going to hear from Sarah Lind Macmillan, the ASLC president, as well as an NSO leader. Sarah, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Francesca. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah. I'm the student body president this year at Lewis and Clark College, which is a huge honor and privilege. I am a senior studying international affairs and a minor in religious studies, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota originally. And like Fran said, I'm leading an NSO group, and I also got to lead an awesome new student trip group this past week, which was really special. And I know they're watching right now. I just wanted to address you all and just say a few things. A reminder that the transition to college is never easy. There's going to be ups and downs, and it's just a whole process that you're going to go through. So really reach out to one another. Awesome. But yeah, there'll be a lot of ups and downs in college. So really reach out to the people that you're going to meet today and throughout the next coming weeks and months and days. This is your community and your home now. So really just be kind, be vulnerable with one another, and check in on each other. It's really important. Also try new classes. I never thought I would take religious studies classes, let alone be a religious studies minor. And I stumbled into a class sophomore year and realized that I really love learning about the world through religion and that it's really cool. So never be afraid to try a new class. You never know who you're going to meet in it. Also, I've met some of my best friends in just random classes that I've taken. Also get involved. You can join all the different clubs and organizations. I never thought I would be in student government either in college, and again, let alone be the student body president, but here I am. So you never know where the journey is going to take you. For me, leadership and being part of the community is extremely important to me, and I kind of found that through student government. I also lead a club called Adoptee Club for adopted students, and I lead trips for college outdoors as well. So you can find involvement in all the different areas that you're interested in. You'll never know what speaks to you unless you give it a try. And then lastly, a shameless plug for ASLC, which is our student government. If you are passionate about change, if you want to have a seat at the table and want to be more involved in the campus community and the decisions that happen here, then join us. We do everything from planning huge school events to club funding and allocations to engagement with campus administrators like Robin and Bruce and Vim. You'll really be in the know if you're part of us. You can run for both the Senate, which is kind of like the bigger soundboard. It's where we do a lot of the open discussions, kind of checking in on what issues people are concerned with. And then you can also join all the different committees that we have that do the actual bulk of the work that ASLC oversees. And you can always email me if you ever have any questions, say hi. I am your friend and a peer as well. And I'm here to support you. And I can't wait to have a really great year. Thanks.
Thanks, Sarah. All right, finally, we are going to hear from Student Director and Assistant Student Director Lauren Hunt and Sarah Leonard. I had the honor and privilege of working with these two students over the summer to plan orientation. It truly does take a village, and they are dedicated and so passionate about helping you with your transition to Lewis and Clark. So with that being said, Sarah and Lauren, take it away.
Hello, new students. My name is Lauren.
My name is Sarah.
And we're so excited to welcome you all to Lewis and Clark College. Together, Sarah and I have spent the summer planning, coordinating, bombarding y'all with emails. But finally, we get to see your faces around campus in these next coming days and throughout the whole school year. We want to congratulate all of you. You've all been through so much on your individual journeys to get here. But now it's time to take a second, breathe in, breathe out, and appreciate the fact that you made it.
This year's NSO theme is Broadening Horizons. After spending months at home, we encourage you to open the door and step into this exciting and at times funky phase in your life. College is your opportunity to expand out of your comfort zones and explore new ideas and interests. As rising seniors, Lauren and I can attest to the power of Lewis and Clark in providing students with opportunities for growth and change. College is a time of firsts, and whether it's dyeing your hair for the first time, cracking open that first can of yerba mate, or finally getting that piercing you've been wanting, Lewis and Clark's community is one of support.
Like Sarah said, throughout these years, you're going to find people in your NSO group and beyond that will be one of the most important sources of support. That might be a little strange to think about. A lot of you just came to campus for the first time today. And you're coming from all different places, like Vin mentioned, small towns, big cities, international students, the South, the East Coast, fellow folks raised in the Pacific Northwest, and many, many people from California. But today, behind these screens, you're all together.
Lauren and I know you have all been stuck at home and behind a screen for the last year and want to start your college journey as quickly as possible. Therefore, we won't keep you on Zoom for much longer. Rather, we ask you to reflect on your journeys, the bad times and the good times, and envision the fantastic memories you will create these next few years. This is only the beginning. Take advantage of this opportunity, and most importantly, go to office hours.
All right, so this is leading into the moment that y'all have been waiting for. It's now time to meet with your NSO groups. So once you're excused from this Zoom meeting, you'll find your group outside on the lawn. And if you need help locating that, there's a map on the Lewis and Clark NSO website with group names and zones. So with that, we say happy NSO. Get out there, Pios.
Thanks, everyone. Like Sarah and Lauren just said, now you can log off and go meet up with your NSO group. You'll have time right now to meet each other, and dinner starts at 5 p.m. Happy orientation, everyone. Yay!